Okay, so today we're going to do a deep dive into something I know a lot of you are already thinking about with everything going on.
Yeah,
Former President Trump's executive order on DEI stuff.
right.
You sent this New York Times article over Trump's DEI order creates fear and confusion among corporate leaders.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just that title alone
Yep.
really kind of sets the stage for
Oh, yeah.
this whole thing.
Yeah. What were your first thoughts when you saw that headline?
Well, I mean, fear and confusion, like
Yeah.
that's potent, you know.
Yeah, and I think what really struck me right away was that it specifically says corporate leaders.
Right.
Not, just the general public, but like the business world is
Okay.
kind of holding its breath right now.
Walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is big stuff. We're talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Right.
Things that a lot of companies have really been pushing for.
For a long time.
For a long time now.
Yeah.
And this executive order kind of feels like
Throws a wrench in the system. Yeah,
yeah.
it does. And I think it really highlights how much business and politics are actually interwoven.
Mhm.
Because this executive order, it targets training programs specifically that are promoting what it calls divisive concepts.
Okay.
But that term is so incredibly vague.
Yeah.
It's almost like a legal minefield.
So like companies are worried about getting sued.
Oh, absolutely. Because you've got a CEO who's reading this order. They've got all these DEI trainings going on. Maybe they're even mandatory.
Right.
And they're going like, wait, is this even legal anymore? Are we
Mhm.
going to get penalized for this?
Right. Are we breaking the law now by doing something that we
You
was a
look up-
good thing? You know?
It's a huge dilemma, and it's playing out in boardrooms
Yeah.
all across the country right now.
And I mean, this is the thing that I keep coming back to is like
Oh.
it's almost like they're having to choose between like
Great.
following the law and maintaining a certain kind of company culture and like
An environment.
environment that they've been trying to build.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, there's one CEO actually quoted in this article saying that he feels trapped
Wow.
between complying with the order and like attracting and retaining a diverse workforce.
And is this fear like justified or is this
I think it's a mix, honestly.
okay?
I mean, there's definitely some genuine legal ambiguity there.
Right.
But then there's also this kind of like wait and see attitude.
Okay.
Because remember, this article is from January 23rd of this year. So
Oh wow. So this is
it's all very, very recent.
this is like
So a lot is going to depend on how the courts actually interpret
yeah
this order
right.
and how aggressively it's actually enforced.
So we're kind of in this like
We're in between.
weird limbo
Yeah.
where like no one knows what the rules are.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is the thing that I keep thinking about is like, is this going to backfire?
What do you mean?
Like, what if companies scale back their DEI efforts because they're scared?
Yeah.
Won't that actually create like more inequality?
Yeah. It absolutely could.
Like, doesn't that feel like a step backwards?
I think that's where the title Fear and Confusion is really important.
Oh.
Because this confusion could actually end up pushing these DEI efforts
Okay.
in a totally different direction.
Like almost more grassroots?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like within companies.
Yeah.
Because employees, they're passionate about this stuff.
Yeah.
And they might start demanding change from within,
Right.
regardless of what the executive order says. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's a really fascinating point. I hadn't even considered that.
It's definitely something to watch for.
Yeah.
And for you listening, I want you to think about the companies that you interact with every day,
Right.
your employer, the brands that you support.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think this is all going to affect them?
Yeah.
How do you think this is going to affect their approach to DEI?
Yeah. Is it going to be like a retreat or is it going to?
Or is it going to be a catalyst for something completely new and unexpected?
Yeah. Because I mean, that's the
Really-
thing. We just don't know yet.
We're just going to have to wait and see.
We're in uncharted territory.
Exactly.
Wow.
Buckle up.
Buckle up.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.